Hello, my beloved friends. So, I welcome you in today's session, which is mainly channeling of Archangel Michael. And I had channeled Archangel Michael to ask for guidance for the August 22nd timeline. Now, we know from one of the previous sessions, Archangel Michael had said that the Council of Planets, which is looking after the evolutionary cycle of our Earth planet, had done a vibration test which ended on the 8th of August. Now, turned out, that 8th of August was also the Lionsgate portal, and I made a video about that also. I channeled Metatron, but I have to channel the Council of Planets. In the coming sessions, I will channel the Council of Planets about the vibration checkup of the Earth planets and about what they have decided to do. But for that, I need to they have said I need to, before I enter into trance state or before I try to channel, I need to fast for 12 hours prior to the session. So I will try that, maybe like in a few days. And also, in today's session, Michael has given this session is really like wonderful, okay? And throughout the session, as I was listening to the session, I felt this inner inner connectedness with my true essence, with who I truly am. And I feel you will also feel the same if you listen to the session without any like judgment in your mind, and just be open. And furthermore, Michael has stated that this session is not meant for our critical thinking mind. It's meant for our inner self, which recognizes the truth. When it hears the truth, it resonates. Our inner self resonates whenever it hears truth. This happens a lot when we are listening to some messages that it feels like I already knew this, okay, but I had forgotten about it. This is what it feels like. And today's session is about that. And also, Michael has given us a wonderful story, okay, at the end of the session, wherein there are two entities. One entity who chose the path of service to the Creator. He also explains, what it really means to be of service to the Creator and how we can offer ourselves to be of service to the Creator. So there were two entities. One was service to the Creator and one was service to others only, okay? And the difference in their evolution cycle is also explained. It's actually mind-blowing. And furthermore, this session has a lot of information, okay? I cannot tell you right now how much information this is. It's actually a longer session, so I hope you enjoy this. And after the session, I will explain to you what I have understood, okay? So listen to the session.
I am Archangel Michael, and I am connected to this boy from the angelic realm in order to share my thoughts and guidance regarding the query placed by this boy. Before I begin, however, remember to use your discernment when listening to my message, and only accept if it resonates with your inner self. My message is not meant for your critical part of the mind. My message is directed towards your inner self, which knows the answer and which may resonate with the truth when it hears it. Today, this boy has requested guidance for 22nd of August. As from that date on your time-space nexus, the higher self of each being will start to attempt more clear and direct communication with their respective incarnated self, who are currently on this current timeline of Earth and in multiple other timelines, in order to assist them and provide guidance, for the graduation is upon your planets. There will be certain changes that will occur on your time space in the coming days, which may be considered as sudden and surprising to many of your people, for some may not anticipate these changes and occurrences. Let me share with you that each being has within its own self the potential to open up itself and realize the inner truth and validity of the factual matter that each being has the essence of the one Father, the Creator, and the fountainhead of creation lies in this interaction with the Father. The Creator in the beginning separated itself in order to experience incarnation lessons, and this is how each of you came into existence on this current level of incarnation. This is how many entities started to learn the lessons in the various densities of consciousness as known by this boy. Each incarnation and each cycle of density meant to teach each being how to become the Creator by sharpening its soul evolution, much like a stone when it is put under pressure and heat may turn into a rare diamond or some other rare crystallized entity. In a similar manner, each being's main purpose is to learn the lessons and become the Creator once again, becoming crystallized as the soul lessons are learned. Furthermore, there are two pathways of service in the various levels or densities of illusion. The first pathway, or the first basic choice, which many of the entities on your planets are already aware of, is that of choosing the path of service to others or service to self. Then there is the other pathway, which is considered the highest pathway, for beings who chose this pathway are less than 1% on the current Earth timeline. Since this pathway is not an easy pathway to pursue, however, the rewards of pursuing this pathway may exceed the level of gains of soul evolution in this current incarnation. Let me tell you that the offering of service to the Creator, or being of service to the Creator, by means of allowing the creative energies of the Creator to flow through the physical vehicle of such beings who desire to serve the Creator, must remember to allow the creative energies of the Creator to flow within and express through its physical vehicle, Many a times, those beings who are being of service to the one Creator have a love light energy field around their physical vehicle, and other entities can also perceive their energetic patterns. This allows other beings to also pursue this type of connection, as this type of connection leads to one of the greatest experiences beings on your planet can experience, that is, of complete bliss and peace. This state of peace and bliss is a significance of the connection with the one Creator's energy. And if you ask yourself, or if you perceive your reality to be full of other elements other than the factor of peace of the one Creator, then you may have not been of service to the one Creator. The requirement to graduate into the fourth density does not require this service mandatorily. However, those who choose this service have a high likelihood of completely bypassing the fourth density consciousness, which is known as the fourth density of love. As this fourth density consciousness lesson is learned by such entity in the third density itself, by emanating love and light, and by inspiring other beings to pursue the path of love and light. In essence, to become one with the fountainhead or the Creator is very simple. You must let go of the grasp that you have upon the happenings of the outside world, or the illusion complex as known by this boy. Since the outward world is also a reflection of the inner state of each being and feeling, this outward world will reflect with a time delay. Hence, many beings may be experiencing what they had felt before this current timeline appeared on their illusion cyclical creation. The art of letting go is to simply accept the fact that the outside illusion complex will provide you with catalyst and suffering in order to wake you to the inner core and make you connected once again to the Creator. This is also the reason why many beings on your planet, they become disbalanced when they face a jolt of suffering or catalyst. Furthermore, this boy may contact the Council of Planets in the coming days in order to receive the review of the Earth's planetary cycle and the future plan laid out for this planet Earth. For in this session, all I can share is that the higher self has been directed to try to make connections with each being, allowing each being to express these higher energies through their physical vehicle, which shall lead them into higher levels of consciousness easily in this single incarnation cycle. The times upon your planets is very rare and the opportunities are diverse. But many will miss it since they are too involved or caught up in the outward reality, and their emotional balance and the balancing of the chakras depend on the outward control of the illusion complex. This outward reality is meant to change suddenly and is meant to awaken many as much as possible, for that is the plan for this part of the galaxy. Also, let me tell you a short anecdote in order to inspire those who shall seek inspiration from my message. Once upon a time, there were two entities on the Earth planets. One entity who chose the path of service to others. By being of service to others, more than 51%. And the other entity who chose the path of service to the Creator. This path of service to the Creator led the other entity to directly graduate into the fifth density consciousness. Since this entity not only mastered the lessons of the fourth density, which is the density of love, but also by being and allowing the creative energies to flow through it, became of service to others. Since the service to others aspect can also be stated as a service to the Creator, for each being is the Creator. Therefore, the other entity who only could choose the path of service to others was able to graduate into the fourth density consciousness and had to learn the lessons of love. This other entity, by directly learning all the lessons of the fourth density in a single incarnation, was able to, in a similar manner, jump across classes as those beings on your planet who are extremely intelligent tend to do in your so-called schools. However, the school of life is not as your schools, wherein the so-called teachers have a set plan for each being. The school of life has free will for each of you, and the plan is not cyclical, for the plan is to allow the free will to rule over any other distortion. Therefore, beloved, I am Archangel Michael, and this is all the guidance I can share with you. However, before I leave, I may state that there is one exercise or addition that I can suggest to those beings who desire to achieve this level of service to the one Creator, and that is by following the guidance of the previous session, wherein my counterpart entity from the angelic realm, Metatron, who is in charge of the magnetic balance of the Earth planet, has guided this boy to feel each teeth from the lower row to the upper row, and upon each feeling, as you reach to the end of the upper row, After you start from the lower row, you must count this as one cycle and then try to do 10 cycles by keeping your minds empty. For the emptiness of the mind complex will be required for what is coming on your planets. And if there is a thought or any other words or images on your mind, restart this exercise, for counting till 10 will be enough for those beings who desire to increase their attention span. Therefore, I leave you now, so be it.
So my friends, after watching the session, I hope you understood that what Archangel Michael is trying to communicate through this message is that there are two pathways. Okay, one pathway is, we already know that we can choose either to be of service to others or service to self. This is the basic requirement in order to graduate into the fourth density. Okay, now there is another pathway, turns out, which is even even will allow you to directly graduate into the fifth density, which is the density of wisdom. And this pathway is very hard. Michael has stated that the path of service to the Creator is so hard that only 1%, I correct myself, less than 1% of beings on our planet are able to do this. So this pathway is actually a bit advanced, I must say. And I believe those who are enlightened on our planet, they are following the pathway of service to the Creator, because I feel this is what happened to like Buddha or even Jesus Christ. Those entities who were able to be of service to the Creator, they directly were able to jump into the fifth density, which is the density of wisdom and light. Since Michael is saying that if we are able to allow the Creator to express through us, okay, via the creative energies, and by this I believe is achieved by like keeping our thought forms out of our mind, by keeping our mind as clear as possible. And this is the best way, that in many sessions they have said this, okay, this is the best way to not only connect with our higher self, but also with the Creator, when the creative energies flow through us. And the one of the exercise that Michael suggested at the end of the video is the method of keeping track of your tongue as it moves around your teeth, and also to to count, okay, if you go from the lower portion and you reach the upper portion here, so this is one cycle. So we need to try to keep our mind empty of any thought forms, images or anything for 10 cycles throughout the daytime. Okay, now if we are able to do this, then our attention span will definitely like improve a lot. And I have tried this method, and I can feel myself being more present to the moment. It actually works. And the other thing is, Michael has stated, is that there are many like changes that may be coming to our planet, which may be drastic, sudden changes, and these changes are here to awaken us to our higher consciousness, to our higher reality. Furthermore, Archangel Michael has also stated that we have the opportunity to choose the pathway we desire. We can either choose the service to the Creator, which is like not not an easy pathway. It is very I think it's a specialized pathway. Okay, and those who choose that pathway, they will become more crystallized. In essence, the soul becomes more finer, I believe. Okay, like a stone, if it is put under pressure and heat, it becomes like the diamond, right? In a similar manner, your soul, if you are allow the creative energies to flow through and throughout the experience in this incarnation you will become more crystallized. So this is what Michael said. And also the beautiful thing about this exercise which Michael said, that one, is that we can do it in the daytime, even when we are doing our work or when we are going somewhere. Okay, when we are walking we can do this. It's very simple. Just focus on the on the movement of your tongue through each teeth. It's beautiful. Okay, you can do this. And look, I did this right now. I even feel so peaceful even just doing it once. So yeah, this was one of the most like beautiful sessions. And in the August 22nd, what will happen is that our higher self will try to communicate more frequently with us. Okay, right now also our higher self is communicating, but we miss the communication many a times because of our own thought forms or our own words, which blocks the real message from the higher self. And I believe from the August 22nd there will be more messages coming. So yeah, I'm going to do this exercise as much as possible. And I thank you all for watching the session, and also thank you all for like following me on Patreon, where I am uploading uncensored content, as well as I am uploading almost daily. And thank you so much.